I think certain things like GBV have become weaponized. A young man, especially a young black man, being alleged to have done something immediately stops everything that has to happen, right?
Livelihood gone.
Gone.
Cancelled. Gone.
If I said to you, or if this happened to you, I'm going to give a real example that's happening, it's playing out. The Senzo Maywa case.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes.
Senzo was killed. You don't know how, but there is talk. And the state is thinking of charging Kelly Khumalo.
Yeah.
The state has said this for the murder of Senzo Maywa.
Sure.
Kelly still gets gigs. Kelly still got a billboard. Kelly's still getting endorsements.
TV shows. It's
happening because there's we presume you innocent until proven guilty. Turn that around. Senzo is the one who is alleged that maybe he had some involvement. I can tell you now, Senzo will be cancelled. Senzo would not be getting TV shows and that sort of thing. So we weaponize this thing so much that it's become a tool that we use in everyday life. Like even like you can't see your daughter now. So our system of justice is at a point where I'll talk about parenting. Mothers and fathers have equal rights to parent a child and equal responsibilities.
Okay.
Except fathers have to go prove those rights in a court of law.
Lemvunulo le yabantu besilisa. Lesicocco siqokile sabantu besilisa. Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngubani mina? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngumuntu wesilisa noma ngumuntu wesifazane? Or your assumptions are based on hearsay, or what you think you know and what you think you've heard, or what you think you feel? Uzothini mangithi ngumuntu wesilisa? Wazi kanjani ukuthi ngumuntu wesifazane? Awuyazi lento ekhulumayo uyakhuluma nje. Dongayazi. Otherwise, on the other hand, why should I care what you think? Why should I care what your opinion of me is? Why should I be bothered by what you think? Uba wena. Yini wenza ucanga ubaleke ngaleyo ndlela ukuthi kumele nje impilo yami ihlangahlangane uyinyakaze ngenxa yakho?
Hello, honorable members of the clan. So, guys, I know there's some kind of a drama that emanates from some kind of misunderstanding between what Tumisho Marsha said and what Kelly Khumalo responded to. Anyways, guys, I am still of the view that one is innocent until proven guilty. And if you were in a situation where somebody mysteriously died because of whatever circumstances that there were, and they are not actually willingly taking the stand in the court of law and telling their side of the story, to me, it builds all kinds of speculations. It builds all kinds of conspiracy theories. It builds so many things that obviously may not be true on my side because I was not there. But because when you were there and you are running away from the stand that keeps chasing you, but you just keep running away, why then one must be surprised that anybody that uses the name of the person that mysteriously died at your home in the most heinous way, you then jump. Excuse me. You make assumptions of what people are saying simply because they used your name in an example. example. Even Tumisho Masha says, for an example, and it's happening currently. Example is the operative word here. Not that like, even here, like is what do you call it? It's a matter, not a metaphor. What is that? It's figure of speech. It's a simile. Like, I am using a simile to make an example. It's still part of example, a simile, right? Right? Those of you, okay. Anyways, so that's exactly what Tumisho Masha did. Listen, the podcast that he was listening to, I am not privy to it. I think it's the first time I've ever seen it. Even though my mind is telling me I've met the host before, but I don't know where I met him before. But that is besides the point. The point here is Tumisho Masha is talking about cancel culture. I've watched the entire interview and I didn't know that he was going through that. Back in the days, if you used to watch Isitingo, where else was he featured? In other, like, basically he was in our South African entertainment industry, but mostly in the film industry. And that's where I know him from. And I've wondered what happened to him? Maybe because I no longer watch television, I don't know. So now when he was in this interview with, what's his name again? Come on. I am sure his channel name is going to be on the screen. Yeah, and then I listened because this forced me to listen to the entire interview to get a context to what exactly is Kelly Khumalo responding to. Wow. The disrespect is absolutely incredible with these girls. I'm talking about the Khumalo girls. It's incredible. And out of something she totally misunderstood. I feel like she should have listened with understanding, because Tumisho Masha was talking about cancel culture and how GBV is being weaponized against men. And then he talks about how his career amounted to ashes because of what his ex-wife had accused him of. And then the entire industry canceled him, including the fans that he used to have, canceled him, and he lost everything. And then he makes a very good example. And listen, guys, before I go any further, if you know me, you know that the moment that I hear, I mean, let me put it this way, I have no respect for a man that beats on a woman. No respect whatsoever. Even worse, when a man beats on a child, and I mean for no apparent reason, just because he had a bad day at work today, or some friend did not give him alcohol, or maybe he was fluking some girl at the tavern and turned him down, and then he comes home, takes all that frustration on his children. I have no respect for you, especially when you're a man that uses his fists against a woman. I don't care what the reason is. I disrespect you. You have no respect from me at all. However, and I have seen many situations where women, not all women, when some women, the unscrupulous ones, the ones that I don't know if they were raised by a pack of wolves or what, that actually tells a man, if you're not going to do this for me, I'm going to walk to the police station and accuse you of doing this to me. I mean, there was a video of a 17, 18-year-old girl, I think about 6, 7 years ago. They had gone to a club and then came back home, and then they did the glove without the glove. And then we hear this girl on the video say, if you're not going to give me 10,000 rand, I'm going to go to the police station and accuse you of the word that rhymes with ape. And I have evidence. I have she says, I have your daughter in me. I'm improvising into Zulu because YouTube. I have his daughter inside of me that I can prove you the one who did this to me. So now you have these unscrupulous women whom I believe, once it is proven beyond a reasonable doubt that they lied, they must go, be prosecuted, and serve the same sentence that the person that they were falsely accusing, they serve that time. If it's 10 years, let them go serve the 10 years. the same 10 years that this man would have gone to for a crime he did not commit. If it's 15 years, let her go serve 15 years. If it's life, let her go serve life. So that these unscrupulous women can be taught a lesson too. Because now it becomes even more muddy when a real victim of GBV, or the word that rhymes with ape, really goes to the police station and report a genuine ape on her. So we need to clean our society of this such by teaching our girl children and also teaching our boy children that a no is a no. It has no any other interpretation but no. It's 2 letters, for crying out loud. Now let's come back to the Tumisho Masha issue. He is saying GBV has been weaponized or used as a weapon against men so that this woman has some kind of control over him and how he behaves and how he carries himself. Otherwise, he's got that thing hanging over his head, because the law, and I've seen it as well, the law tends to believe the woman more than it believes the guy. Understandably so, because in South Africa, as we speak, since I have started this video, probably already 100 women have been essayed and probably currently getting essayed, and yet she said no. It's understandable. And Tumisho Masha quickly realized that if I took any action or I reacted in a certain way, she definitely is going to go to the police station and I will serve life in prison for a crime I did not commit. And then he makes an example, and this example was so powerful to me, and which said, if it was Senzo Maywa, let's say the roles were changed or swapped, it's Senzo Maywa who was with Kelly Khumalo and friends, and then Kelly Khumalo drops, and then today, Tumisho Masha, and when Kininda took the stand and said, Senzo Maywa was one of the people that I suspected, or one of the people should be accused, number 6, a J50 for Senzo Maywa was applied for, and whoever was going to sign for it would have signed for it in a speed of light. Senzo Maywa would be accused, number 6, today. That is what he is saying. And he says, because the law, for some reason, women, I want to say this in the correct way. The law in South Africa does not look at us equally. And yet, if you go to section 9 of the Constitution, the very opening line says, everyone is equal before the law. Let's double check that, because I do have a copy of the Constitution here. I think it is an opening line. It's an opening line. Section 9 of the Constitution, Equality Clause, subsection 1, everyone is equal before the law and has the right to equal protection and benefit of the law. That's section 9, subsection 1 of our Constitution. But seemingly the law does not treat us all equal. Because if it was Senzo Maywa, he would be accused, number 6, today. And because he was having an affair with Kelly, the late, this is an example. If he was having an affair with a late married with a husband, Kelly Khumalo, everybody today, probably even myself, will be saying things. He did it. He did it. He did it. He did it. Just end this thing and throw him in prison. Let him go rot there. Why? Because us, we were not there. But if the story did not make sense, like how this one is not making sense, we would still say, no, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. It makes sense that Senzo Maywa is accused, number 6. But what about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Because if indeed Senzo Maywa was the one involved in commissioning the crime by hiring the hitman that he's now accused with, that means when he says, yeah, I know them, that means you're guilty. If he says, I don't know them, then who do you know did that to Kelly Khumalo? So I feel like Kelly Khumalo jumped the gun. She totally misunderstood what Tumisho Masha was saying because he was using what he said as an example. The most real-time example is the Senzo Maywa matter. And he was correct to make that example. He was not making any assertions. He was not casting any aspersions. He was not making accusations. He was making an example about the gender roles and the law in this country when it comes to GBV. That's all that he was doing. Now, yeah, okay. But I don't know a man that gives birth. I've never heard of a man that gives birth to children. I found that example. How do you know I'm not a man? I was like, girl, children came out of your VJJ. No man has a VJJ that has children popping out of them. I don't know what school you went to and what they taught you. Because that, whatever you were trying to say, it just did not make sense. It was Pluto and Mars. That's the distance. Light years. I don't know. Honestly speaking, I don't know. So you guys were asking me a lot. That's why I had to make this video. What was my understanding of what Tumisho Masha had said? He made an example. Yeah, you guys forced me to go watch the entire podcast. And he did not cast any aspersions against Kelly Khumalo. Kelly Khumalo misunderstood. She totally misunderstood. Yazi ukuthi English is not our mother tongue. And I keep telling people, English is tough. It's the most difficult language to understand. It's almost like isiZulu. You think you know isiZulu kanti cha. Ugejile. The Zulu that we all speak is go to Northern KwaZulu Natal. Come back and tell me if you understood a word those people were saying in Zulu. In Zulu. Then you will see how tough this language is. There are Zulu kids who grew up in the Zulu family and did isiZulu first language. And you're going to see some whose results are going to come in 2024. So now can you imagine English, which is so complicated? Because there Tumisho Masha says it out loud like an example of. Example is the operative word. Hi again, guys. This is my thoughts. Maybe it's me who misunderstood Tumisho Masha. Again, it's English. But I find it very interesting that recently Kelly Khumalo is responding. You know, sometimes when you are a suspect or possibly could be a suspect at some point, it's best to always remain silent. The past 10 years, you're not saying anything was probably good because whatever you say in the public space as well as in the court, it could be used against you. That's all I'm saying. It could be used against you. So do the Beyonce thing and say nothing. Say nothing. Let people say whatever it is that they want to say. Say nothing. Absolutely nothing. That way nobody can hold you against your own words. Like right now, everybody's a little bit confused. Like, Kelly, I mean, you came for that, man. I feel like an apology is a good thing. You misunderstood, and sorry for calling him the word that you called him in the beginning. And you are a woman, and I'm sure of it, because 2 babies, is it 2, 3, 2? How many kids Kelly Khumalo has? Let me just safely say you got 2 kids popped out of your VJJ. So there's no assumption there. Absolutely. And that, guys, please don't leave this video without liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. And let's see each other tomorrow. Yeah, we resume. Did it even go to? Anyways, guys, see y'all. Bye.